Okay. So, let me make sure everything is good here. All right. So guys, what we're going to be going through today is we are going to be going through the hottest news that has come out of this year's Anime Expo. And every year is the year that you get all the big anime announcements and all the big trailers clumped into one. And this year was an especially big year for many reasons. We did get a lot of anime trailers, a lot of anime announcements, and we're going to be going through not all of them, but some of the biggest ones. Thank you very much, Bronado, for the 1,000 bits. Okay. So, I don't have my proper stream set up here, so I gotta change this manually. So, first off, with one of the biggest news that I was excited about, of course, it is going to be Mishoku Tensei premiered their Season 3 trailer, and it is coming to Crunchyroll in 2026. It is returning, and as you can see right here, she's back, guys. She is back. My girl is back once again, coming in studio bind. So, since I was so busy during Anime Expo, I haven't had time to catch up to all the news and watch all of the trailers that have been out. So this is my first time watching all of these, which I'm going to do with you guys. So let's have a look at this Season 3 trailer. And we're not going to go full screen for now, guys, just because I don't have my Stream Deck on me, so we're just going to watch it like this. All right. Oh man, it feels so good to be in America where I can actually watch where Crunchyroll trailers are not blocked and I can actually watch them. Crunchyroll is blocked in Japan, yeah. All right, there he is. With all of the girls, baby. Oh man, this looks beautiful. Okay, where is she? Where is she? Where is my girl? Making dad proud with that polygamy. Okay. Oh shit, he's coming back? I don't know who that is. Bro, Orsted's about to tear shit up, man. Best arc incoming? Is it actually? Because I swear, you guys say this every single arc. Oh! Let's go! Oh, shit. Shit. Oh, she is back to claim her crown. Eris is finally coming back, man. Oh, man. Red Girl is back? Yeah, I know, right? Oh, the... Peak Violent Tsundere Cinema. Yes, we have the Tsundere, best Tsundere coming back. I'm curious to see what kind of character development she has gone through in the time that she's been away. One thing I'm going to be very, very curious about is how Rudy is going to handle her comeback and handle all of the emotional distress that he's gone through within these past few arcs. That's one thing that I'm very, very excited about. Yeah, also, if we get a new turning point as well, I don't know what kind of turning point if we are going to get a turning point in this next arc, but please, no spoilers in chats. Light novel readers, I know you have a chance to spoil this, I know, but please, just calm down for just a second as well. Just calm down for just a second. The only thing I've been spoiled about is basically Rudius goes, and I could have guessed that this happened anyway. Rudius goes full Pokemon trainer mode, and he collects the full starter Pokemon. That's pretty much all I've heard, and that's pretty much something that I guess would have happened as well. Oh man. Are you reading the Mishoku Tensei light novels that are after they're done? Not yet, because I'm actually like, for me, the anime has had such a good adaptation that I kind of want to experience it for the first time with the anime adaptation, and that's pretty much it. Watch the fan animation. I saw there was a fan animation that's come out. I don't really want to watch it in case of spoilers, and sometimes fan animations can be heavily spoilerific in terms of the scenes that they animate. But it seems like, I mean, Studio BÂAN is a studio that seems to be having a level of quality, even though I think they won't ever be able to match the level of like the essentially movie level quality of season 1. Season 2 was still pretty damn good in terms of its adaptation quality, and from the cuts that we see in this trailer, it seems like that is only going to be continuing. The season looked like ass. Nah, you're reaching, man. You're reaching. It looked it looked so far from ass, man. It was a good adaptation. They have business plans. But it's funny because it seems like their A team is working on the Minerals anime. They're all like, epic fantasy anime. We already have a team for that now. Minerals. That's where it's at. Studio BÂAN has their other priorities, right? Pretty much it. Cute girls doing cute things sells. Yeah, that is just the rule of anime from beginning to end, isn't it? But obviously I am very, very excited, and the fact that it's coming back in 2026, very, very excited about that. We don't have to wait too long. It's only a 2-year wait. So hopefully ReZero can follow in suit, because I very, very much loved the new season, and I hope that we don't have to wait too long now that we've got the momentum going and now that we've got the ball rolling with it. Another huge anime announcement, of course, at Anime Expo. Cyberpunk is coming back with season 2, which, whew, this one came out of nowhere. I did not expect Edgerunners to come back with another season, considering the ending of the first season. This one was very, very, very surprising. And we got a new key visual and a new teaser trailer. So let's have a look at the teaser trailer for this one. By the way, guys, this trailer does spoil Cyberpunk Season 1. Very much so. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Right, guys? Just gonna throw that out there. Oh yeah, you know, something's. Oh yeah. Guys, spoilers. It might spoil some things. Now in production. So, guys, see you in like 3-4 years, right? It's just in production. Top comment, David's dead. Yeah, thanks, man. I almost forgot about that one. So, I wasn't at the panel that announced this. I wish I was, but Joey was the one who was leading the panel announcing this one, and rightly so, because Nonsense did a collaboration with Edge Runners and they did a fantastic job. But when I heard about this, I was like, holy shit, no fucking way. I am so excited, even though, as you see in the trailer, basically 90% of the cast members of the original Edge Runners are dead. So it looks like it's going to be a completely new cast, obviously completely new story. I don't even know what time period or when it takes place in, but I'm so fucking hyped because Cyberpunk Edge Runners was one of my favorite anime that has come out in like the 2020s. Season 1 did such a fantastic job, and not only that, but I just hope that this continues interest in the whole Cyberpunk universe, because beyond Edge Runners, I also want more Cyberpunk game. I was having this conversation recently where, you know, after this came out, Cyberpunk is now growing into one of my favorite modern franchises that I would love to see more of. After finishing the first game and after finishing the DLC, it was playing the DLC where that made me realize, holy fuck, I want to see so much more of this. And now that the game has gotten to a point where, outside of its horrific launch with the bugs and the memes and everything like that, playing Phantom Liberty and playing Cyberpunk after all the updates that it's had, and seeing the initial vision being realized and the initial promises being realized, it started an insatiable appetite for just me to just want to see more of Night City, want to see more of what this world has to offer. And I think it's, as much as Cyberpunk is like, has told some very, very compelling stories about the character with David, with V, and everything in the original game and the original anime, I think there is so much potential for so many interesting stories to be told within the world of Night City. So give me more Cyberpunk, give me more anime, give me more games. I don't care if it's Edge Runners, I don't care if it's another DLC. I'm hoping for a sequel of Cyberpunk. I just want to return to Night City, and I want to see more of what Night City has to offer. And one of the biggest things that excites me is, I don't want to spoil anything, here we go. So, yes, so it is. So I was wondering, is the A-Team going to return to this Cyberpunk Season 2? Because right now, the A-Team have been busy and are busy working on the new season, or the A-Team, like Hiroyuki Imaishi and everything like that, they have been busy working on the new Pantheon stocking. And I was even more excited when I saw that the director was going to be Kai. It's not Hiroyuki Imaishi like the original one. It's going to be Kai Ikarashi, which I believe is going to be his directorial debut. Let me just double check that. yeah, it looks like it's going to be his directorial debut for a full series, because the reason his name is very, very exciting for me is because he was the one who basically did episode 6 of Cyberpunk Edge Runners, right? I believe it was episode 6. The episode that left the biggest impact for me in the first season of Cyberpunk. The one that had such an eerie vibe. The one that really, really had a lot of stuff going down. He was responsible for a lot of that, and he is taking over for the entirety of Cyberpunk 2. And that fucking excites me, because there's not many people that can take over what Hiroyuki Imaishi does and still get me excited. But this person, especially for his first directorial role, I am so fucking excited to see what he can come up with. And if he can take that same style that we saw from episode 6 and put his unique take on essentially an entire season of anime. So I'm very, very excited for it. Yeah, okay, it says here, episode 6 animation director. And another thing is that I actually, outside of this, I actually got to meet some of the key members of Trigger this year at Anime Expo, because I attended the Pantheon stocking premiere at Anime Expo, which was a very, very interesting premiere. So, funny story behind the scenes. They actually wanted to show this trailer off at the Studio Trigger panel that Joey was leading. And then Anime Expo saw this trailer and they were like, yeah, we're not really happy with this trailer to premiere it at an all ages panel. Can you hold off on that, please? We're you know, there's a lot of people at Anime Expo, and you literally start off with David's head getting blown to smithereens. So they actually had to premiere this teaser at the Pantheon stocking panel, and it was such a fun fucking panel. The producer came on stage, and I don't know if anyone in chat actually also attended that Pantheon stocking premiere.
I am so happy for you, Garnt. David Kaput.
Oh, thank you so much, man. Yeah, I don't know if anyone here was at the premiere of Pantheon stocking. I will say that the producer seemed like he had such a fun fucking time, because what they basically did is they basically gave a panel recap of Pantheon stocking, in case anyone... I was at the Pantheon stocking premiere and it was such a treat. Yeah, they basically gave a recap of Pantheon stocking season 1. And I will say that it was a very crude panel. They did not hold back at all. And if you've seen the first episode of Pantheon stocking, I don't know if it's already out right now. It is a very, very crude episode. Having said that, the translator of the Pantheon stocking panel definitely held back with some of the some of what the producer was saying, man. Oh man, holy shit! I think the translator was just shocked at some of the wordings and some of the sentences that the producer was saying, and he translated it, and it still sounded crude, right? It still sounded crude. Because the panel got a lot of laughs behind the scene, but even after that, it definitely downplayed some of the stuff the producer was saying. Like, the producer was saying shit like, "Oh yes, hope this announcement fills your heart with pre-cum. So let's all come together and ejaculate our excitement while we premiere this episode of Pantheon stalking. And he was saying shit like that. And, yeah, anyone who could understand Japanese, they were like, "Oh, what the fuck is this man saying, man?" And I will say the translator definitely was like he definitely didn't include like the pre-cum part and some of the more sexual terms that he was saying up on stage. But holy shit, man. Translates got hit with a stun combo, bro. There are some times when I'm like, I knew, because like this isn't a dig at the translator, because I knew that even though this was an 18 plus panel, this is still an industry panel. And there are a lot of industry people there, so you don't know how professional to translate some of the wording that he was hearing. But the producer definitely knew his audience, and the producer, you know, for a series like Pantheon Stalking, he definitely understood the assignments. he definitely understood the assignments for this panel. And yeah, it was a great panel. I actually got to meet Imaishi after the panel was over. We didn't speak for too long, but they just continued to be doing amazing stuff, and highly respect the team, because after watching the first episode of Pantheon Stalking, it just seems like, man, they just don't give a shit. They just do whatever they want to do, man. they just do whatever they want to do, and just, oh god, one of the funniest things in the panel that I heard. I don't know who here knows of the original Pantheon Stalking, but it basically ended on a massive cliffhanger that came out of left field. And for the longest time, I was like, holy shit, what the fuck was the thought that was put into this? What, there must be some plan. There must be some kind of like thought put into this. And one of the first things Hiroyuki Imaishi says on stage was just like, yeah, when I made the ending, I didn't really put that much thought into it. And I was like, for fuck's sake, you left fans hanging for over a decade. And it was just like, yeah, I just did it, innit? I didn't really put too much thought into it. And here we are making a second season. So yeah, hope you guys fucking enjoyed it. The plan is, there is no plan. Just vibing and just trolling, man. So yeah, that was a very, very fun panel to take part in. So look out for Edge Runners 2, and look out for the new season Pantheon Stalking. You meeting Imaishi and Connor meeting Yoshi P, you guys made it, lol. I mean, yeah, I also did meet Yoshi P as well. I don't know how much I can talk about that, but I also did meet him. Very, very cool guy. I don't know, like I said, I'm just gonna leave it at that, and we'll see. I'll let you guys wait until whatever we're working on comes out. Right. Up next, Bones is coming back with Demons of the Shadow Realm anime, which is a manga that I believe came from the same mangaka as Full Metal Alchemist. If this is what I think it is, let me double check that before I spread anything. It is correct. Okay. Brilliant. Never heard of this before. The only reason I know about this is because this won an award at the Next Manga Awards, and I presented an award for this one time. And that's the only reason that I know of this. And I've already read the first volume of this, but this is already getting a Bones adaptation for a new anime. And it's coming from Masahiro Ando as well, who has worked on some massive stuff at Studio Bones. So let's have a look at the trailer for this. Square Enix, Aniplex, and Bones. Is this a manga trailer? Okay. They're running it back. They did Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and like, we can do it again. We do it again, baby. Oh man, watch me watch this before I actually watch Full Metal Alchemist. that's just gonna way it's gonna be, right? I'm gonna watch this before I actually watch Full Metal Alchemist. That's probably better, right? You absolutely will. So yeah. Bro is never watching FMA Brotherhood. You know, when is this coming out? So it's just announced. So I'm guessing it's going to be actually a few years away from finishing production. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be 2-3 years away. Plenty of time for me to actually watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Just read it at this point, bro. Nah, I've already seen the first 4 episodes, man. 2027 to 2028, yeah, that's what I am going to estimate. But like I said, Masahiro Ando is one of the greatest directors at Bones. Obviously, if you don't know Sword of the Stranger, some of the best action animation that anime has seen, has, I think, my personal favorite fight scene in all of anime, basically. So the action for this is going to be top tier. Now, I've already read the first volume of this, but one thing that I really, really liked about this is that it's kind of combining this more traditional fantasy historical setting with a little bit of the modern day as well. And the synopsis of this is: in a world where certain humans command mighty supernatural duels called demons, it is the birthright of the children who Sunday and Night Day twins Yuru and Asa to rule over these powerful entities. Separated from a young age and unaware of the truth of their birth, brother and sister must fight to make their way back to each other, claim their birthright, and save the world. Twins once again. Deep in the mountains, under the watchful eye of 2 stone guardians, lies the isolated Higurashi village. Unlike some of its residents, young Yoru is content to live out his days foraging and hunting in the nearby woods. But Yuru's idyllic life changes forever when the Higashi village comes under attack. Amid the chaos, the young man is whisked away and forbidden to return to the only home and family he's ever known. And to ensure his safety, the 2 statues who once stood guard over the village have joined the fight. The divine left and right. As Yuri discovers, commanding these demons is his birthright. But after losing everything dear to him, will he be up to the task of unraveling a conspiracy tying him and his twin Asa to a prophecy that threatens the entire world? So, like I said, most of what I got from the first volume was the main hook and the main vibe of what this was meant to be. And And I think it has a very, very unique setting. There is more to meet the eye than what you see in the first few episodes. And it is very much the setting of this that made me very, very interested in it. So keep an eye out for this one when this comes out in 2 or more years. And hopefully in that time, I'll be able to watch Brotherhood in that time. Next up, Solo Leveling is getting a live-action Netflix adaptation, which should not be surprising, I guess. This doesn't surprise me at all. Yet another live-action adaptation, and considering how much of how big Solo Leveling blew up abroad and internationally, this doesn't surprise me at all. Obviously, they have picked the most aura-farming picture possible for the main lead of this K-drama boy. Yeah. I don't know how this is going to look. Once again, it's going to very much come down to how good the action of the series is going to be. Is there going to be aura? Of course there's going to be aura. Of course it's going to be aura. But like I said, with every Solo Leveling adaptation, I believe one of the big draws is going to be the action adaptation and the action production values. I was very, very skeptical about the Solo Leveling anime when it was announced, and they have exceeded my expectations, especially in season 2. I've had a lot of criticisms about Solo Leveling, but the action and the funness of it has not been part of that criticism. And yeah, if this ends up getting good, decent production values, it's going to continue taking over. This is what people want. You may hate it, guys, but this is what the people want. This is what the people want to see, all right? Aura, action, and more aura, and more action. Aura farming is taking over, man. Who is people? What people? The general populace, the general population, man. This is what the people want to see. And we cannot deny it. But going on from Solo Leveling, Freren Season 2 revealed its first teaser trailer at Anime Expo as well. Of course, we are just getting the juggernauts at Anime Expo, and we didn't even have to wait too long for each announcement and each teaser. So let's have a look at this trailer. Damn, the production values seem just as good, man. What the fuck? Oh, my heart, man. January 2026? That fucking soon? What? No fucking way. I did not know it was coming back that soon. I was like 2 years. 2 years at most. I mean, 2 years at the very least. Damn. It must be one core, man. That is only 5 months away. That has got to be a single core. There is no way we are getting more than just 13. 24 episodes again? No, I don't believe it will be. There's no fucking way. Freren Season 2 Mal. There is no fucking way they did 2 calls in that time. Episodes unknown, yeah. So nothing has been announced for the episode count yet, but I'm going to guess that it is going to be 12, 13 episodes, man. And I don't even know how much material they still have to adapt. Because didn't the manga just come back from hiatus? So considering that this is coming out very, very soon, I don't know how... It didn't come back yet. I heard it was... Wait. Freren manga return. Okay. 11 months ago. Is the manga back? Any news? It's still on hiatus. Okay. Okay, still on hiatus. All right. Not yet, but I don't know how much material that they have left to adapt. But considering season 1 and season 2 is coming back so soon, I'm hoping that they have enough material to at least keep this going for a while longer. Next arc is peak. There's enough for 2 more cores at least. Okay. So we got a season 2 and hopefully we're going to have a season 3. And it seems like they must have bet on this to succeed because there is no way that they would have greenlit this after the season had just ended. This shit takes time to make, so clearly they must have started production even before the first anime had finished airing. So it just seems like they knew this was going to be a hit, and they are just continuing the production over and over. So hopefully we get, even after this season, we get another season of this, and maybe as much of the manga as we can adapt. The amount of Freren merch I saw at Anime Expo is a positive indicator. Yes, there is. I mean, Freren, outside of your usual shonen mega hits, Freren has definitely become exceedingly popular in the anime community. Maybe not solo leveling popular, but still exceedingly popular. And it is done exceedingly well here in Asia, in Japan as well. And honestly, I'm just excited to see where their journey takes them. Freren is one of those shows where it's on hiatus right now, but even if I never see the end of this, just seeing the journey that they've had kind of reminds me of my thoughts about, something like Berserk, where I don't necessarily need to see the ending to really hold their journey in such high regard as something that has touched me to my core. And even if we don't see the ending of this manga adapted, I don't even know how much is left in the story for the manga and how much is planned out, but right now I am just enjoying the fucking journey. Dude, Villain Saga is ending too. I know, right? Villain Saga is one of those journeys that is actually coming to an end, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. But yeah, it looks like we are getting a new director for this, and Keiichiro Saito, who was the original director, is going to be serving as supervising director for this one. So I guess this is coming back soon, and we don't have to even wait that long to watch more Freren. Very, very exciting for that. Evan Call is back. Yeah, I know. As long as Evan Call is back as well with some of his fantastic score that he did in the original Freren, I'm sure it's going to hit just as hard. We don't even know the goal in Freren, do we? I'm just on the journey and the vibes. I mean, the final goal is they're going to go... Isn't the final goal they're going to this place where they can meet, like, dead people and stuff like that? I can't... They, like, that was established in the first season. Basically, meet Himmel. I can already guess what the final thing is. How it's going to end. Freeren's going to meet Himmel, and I am going to bawl my fucking eyes out when that happens. But right now, I'm just enjoying the journey. Right. What have we got next? Rooster Fighter TV anime reveals a new trailer. This is one of the wilder projects that is in production. Yeah, this is the The synopsis of this is: the neighborhood cock of the walk is more than just an original rooster. He's humanity's greatest defender. His opponents may be 10 stories tall, but nothing is bigger than his stout heart and fearsome battle cry. Cock-a-doodle-doo. It's Peck. Oh man, let's have a look at the trailer for this one. I just saw the concept of this and I was just like, what the fuck, man? Yo, that's cannibalism, girl. What the fuck? Hey, yo, you want him to engage in cannibalism? Oh, Japan, man. Oh, Japan. The CG is okay. Yeah, I like the CG style, man. One cock. What the fuck? One cock versus the world. One cock to rule them all. Oh man, what I want to know is there going to be a KFC ad within this? Is there going to be is the Colonel going to be the final boss? That would be the peak. That would be the peak advertisement, man. Can you imagine that kind of product placement? Who is the final boss that he has to go up against? It's the fucking Colonel, man. Well, yeah, this is Rooster Fighter, a series that I would only expect to come from Japan. That is Aura, bro. This is the real Aura farmer right here, man. Oh man, yeah. Who is animating this? Because it looks like the Sun. Okay, Suns again is animating this, and it is based on a battle manga. So, you know, sometimes you see some concept in anime that reminds you that something like this can only exist in anime. The Idol Studio, was that the studio that made Bang Dream? Yeah, that was the studio that made Bang Dream. Man, they've gone from making Bang Dream to making this. You know, we look at Studio Sunshine going from making mecha to making idols, and now this studio has gone from making idols to making a cockfight anime. Oh man. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking out for this. This just seems like a lot of fun. 3D CG seems pretty good for this. So, this is one of the wilder announcements I saw at Anime Expo. Along with just a quick mention, this is for you, Mum. Apothecary Diaries is coming back. We are getting more Apothecary Diaries. I don't know when it's going to happen. I did not tell my mum that season 2 was airing. She found it by herself because I wanted to wait until the Thai dub was out. She found it by herself, and I did not hear for her from her for a few days. I was getting worried, sent her a message, and all she sends back to me is, what did she say? It's like, Mao Mao now, or what did she say to me? Oh man, let me check what she said to me. It's like, I think I tweeted this out, but Mao Mao start now. That's it. And that's all she sent, just out of context. She didn't even call it Apothecary Diaries. She just said, Mao Mao start now. That was it. That was her tweet to me. And yeah, I understood that she was doing completely fine, and I'm sure she is going to be starting this, start rewatching season 2 when the Thai dub is also out. She watched it in JP dub. Yeah, she watched it in JP dub, man. That's how you know that she's fully in now. She didn't even wait for the Thai dub. She watched it in Japanese dub, which is a massive step up for her. Yeah, it's just nice to see that a lot of people, since I talked about my mum watching Apothecary Diaries, so many people have come out to me and told me that they've got their mum to start watching Apothecary Diaries, and everyone who I've talked to is just like, yeah, my mum is a bigger show of this than I am, and I like Apothecary Diaries, but so many people have come out to me and just said that, yeah, their mums are obsessed with this right now. This is now becoming like the mum anime. This is becoming the show to introduce your mum to anime to, you know. It's a better mum anime than the literal mum isekai. Well, of course it is, my guy. Of course it is always going to be that way. But it's just a great show. And I think that this has the potential, and it is introducing a whole new demographic into the world of anime, an older demographic to the world of anime, while also appealing to your normal anime watchers as well. It's just a good show all around. And my mum is now ahead of me because I need to catch up to season 2 of Apothecary Diaries. Oh yeah, Connor's dad got into Uma Musume? No fucking way. Did he actually? No fucking way that happened, man. I don't know if you're trolling me or not, but that would be... that would be fucking hilarious if that actually happened. Is Uma Musume the gateway for middle-aged men to also get into into gacha games? He did. There is a clip. Oh no. Oh no. Shit, man. Uma Musume reaching a whole new demographic with that. Connor's dad about to become an Idol fan before Connor does. Holy shit. Okay. Well, that was not on my 2025 checklist of things I thought that would happen. Yeah, it just means that me and Connor are really, really late to the game with it. Right, we have a new trailer for the new Chainsaw Man movie, which is coming out soon, and I haven't seen this trailer. Very, very excited, because the previous trailers looked incredible. So, I'm just gonna have a look at this trailer, man.
俺の心はマキマさんが見つけてくれた。だから、俺の心はマキマさんだけのもんだ。
I'm just messing with the settings there.
俺の心はマキマさんが見つけてくれた。だから、俺の心はマキマさんだけのもんだ。でも、体が勝手に。
Is it Twitch safe? I assume it will be. I assume it is. Oh, no, this is safe. This is safe. They're just in nightwear, guys. Holy shit! This animation looks insane, man. And it's not even the action part. I really, really like the art style of this.
落ちた。好きな人が2人できちまったよ。誰だと思う？
The Chainsaw Man, the Chainsaw Man's son are about to rise up again. And I'm not talking about their popularity. God damn, how... Wait, what the fuck? Was that... God damn. Okay. We got demons in pantsuits. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, they're rising up alright. They are definitely rising up for this. Oh my god, that explosion animation, man. That was fucking beautiful. Oh, here we go. Holy shit. God. This just looks good, man. This looks like some of Mappa's best work. I am so fucking hyped. Like some of the shots of this, of course, it is a movie, but this seems like a shonen adaptation movie that seems like it is actually a movie quality animation. And one thing that I think I'm happy about that Chainsaw Man is getting a movie is that the first season of Chainsaw Man was already so cinematic anyway. And Tatsuki Fujimoto is a huge fan of cinema, which he's made it obvious in all of his works. So honestly, maybe adapting his work in movie form is just the way to go. Because Look Back, fucking masterpiece. Absolute cinema with Look Back. And this arc of Chainsaw Man looks to be standing up with that level of quality, man. Looks awesome. I missed the cinematic look though. Yes, I mean, this is still a wholly different vibe. So it's too early to judge on how it would stand up with the first season adaptation. But it seems like they've gone a different style, but it still seems fucking incredible in its own sense. You can have two different takes on how to adapt this piece of work and still have two great final products, which it seems it's going to be. Is Gigok still in the US? Very early stream. Yes, I am still in the US right now. Otherwise, I would not be awake right now. Right, this one was also announced. We have a new original movie from... this is an upload of... From the director of Darling in the Franxx. Oh, what? And I don't know too much about this. Is this going to be a trailer or is this going to be a PNG trailer? Okay, okay. Ooh, I love the aesthetics for this. Who is the artist for this? This looks like a J-pop like music video right now. I know it's a trailer, but this could easily pass as a music video. That's a VTuber MV? Yeah, right? Oh. Bro, inject this aesthetic into my fucking veins, man. Was that girls kissing as well? Did I peek that? Wait, no more Yuri bait, just gay girls in it. Just actual proper gay girls in it. Damn, we got it. We did it. Sound euphonium. Hibiki Euphonium walked so all of this modern anime Yuri could run, man. Oh, man. Damn, if I didn't know any better, this just looks very aesthetically appealing. Looks like it's got heavy inspiration from streetwear. And Cloverworks is just one of my favorites modern anime studios. They, from an adaptation perspective, from an animation perspective, at least from an purely animation perspective, they rarely ever miss. From an adaptation perspective, they've had some stuff. They've had some stuff that we don't like to talk about. But animation wise, I'm very excited, and I love the goddamn aesthetics for this. This could almost be like a fashion campaign. Honestly, a streetwear fashion campaign, man. Like, are they selling me an anime or are they selling me a new merch line? Either way, it looks fucking great. And the director of The Idolmaster and Darling in the Franxx. Okay. Go on, what did you think of Gachia Kuta? I have not watched any of the seasonal animes, so by the time I stream next, I will definitely have more information about that. Nonsense Cloverworks collab when? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This could easily be a fashion brand collab, man. I already vibe with this. Very Shibuya 109 coded. Very excited about this. Which brings us to the final piece of news that I want to talk about. Probably not the biggest news that got announced at Anime Expo, but most definitely, personally, my biggest piece of news, which, in case you missed it, in case you were not following my updates over the past week, Gate Season 2 got announced, baby! Let's fucking go! One of my favorite isekais did get announced, and this came out of fucking nowhere, guys. Holy shit. Gate Season 2, man. I was so fucking surprised when this got announced. The only isekai announcement that actually mattered, man. Sentence of a Book 1 Season 3 got announced as well, but Gate Season 2, one of my low-key favorites isekai that I thought nobody gave a shit about this anymore. And I didn't think anyone cared about this. And I thought, okay, I watched the Gate anime, I enjoyed it, and that's all I'm going to see. But honestly, Gate has this concept. Gate has this concept that really it's a different kind of power fantasy, because this tickles the power fantasy side of me, where you play a game of Civilization and your tech tree is just way more advanced than the other players' tech trees, and all you do is you build your fucking tanks, and then everyone is still using bow and arrows, and you just destroy every fucking city. And that is Gate in a nutshell, basically. It is a guilty pleasure of mine, and it is an isekai I hold close to my heart for that exact reason. And I'm just really excited to see that it's getting another anime. This one came out of nowhere. It's just fun. And if you also like that part of Civ or any other game where you get to advance your tech tree way faster than your competitors, I think the other example I can think of is, I don't know if any of you are old enough to have played Age of Empires 2, but there was this one cheat code in Age of Empires 2 that would allow you to essentially make a car with a machine gun on it, going against medieval peasants and knights and horses and all that shit. And I remember one of my favorite things to do as a kid was just play the game and then just insert the cheat code and then just destroy everything with my sports car that had a machine gun on it, man. The Cobra car. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Gate definitely hits that part of my brain perfectly. Oh, man. But very, very excited about this. I'm definitely going to be watching this. I don't know when it's coming out, but even if it turns out not to be great, it's not that kind of series that needs to have a top tier adaptation. I just want this to be fun, and that's pretty much it. I just want this to continue the fun that Gate Season 1 gave us. But that wasn't the only isekai that got announced at Anime Expo. Of course, my personal, actual, no debates, big news. This year, at this year's Anime Expo, is I have announced my very first anime and my own original anime, and holy fucking shit, it's finally out, and I can finally fucking talk. I can finally fucking talk about this. Yes, in case you missed it, I am making an anime, and it is an anime that is being produced over in Japan with some veterans of the industry, with a Japanese animation studio that is working in collaboration with myself. There's been a lot of confusion as to how involved I am in production, and I will basically say I am about as involved as one can be without actually being the director. And the only reason I'm not is because I do not have art skills. If you've seen my art streams, I do not have art skills. But aside from that, I am pretty much involved in the decision-making of every single aspect of this. Officially, I am credited as the original creator and the supervising director of this work. Did you work with the storyboards? I did work with the storyboards. I didn't make the storyboards, but certainly the storyboards were made and revised with my guidance so that they achieve the vision that I wanted to achieve with this anime. So, I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions and and there's been a lot of questions, a lot of information being thrown around. I've talked about this a little bit on the episode of Trash Taste, which if you want to hear about the origin story of this, then you can go watch that episode of Trash Taste, since I actually talk about it for a full hour, the origin stories of this, so I'm not going to repeat what I said for Trash Taste. But what I did want to talk about was kind of filling in the gaps to some questions that people have had and just my own personal experience. First off, this is most definitely the biggest project I've ever worked on in my career. It has been something I've been working on for about a year and a half with Studio Daisy, the studio that is handling the animation production. And it is something that it is a concept and a screenplay that I have basically had iterations of for about 2 years and a half, pitching to different companies. So this is my fucking baby. It is my baby, man. It is my baby, and is almost being completely self-funded by myself. And that has garnered a lot of interesting reactions throughout basically every company that I've worked with when pitching this company, when pitching this short film. It even got to a point, because I had to pitch this to obviously Kadokawa, Twin Engine, and then Studio Daisy. Damn, rich man, look, here's what I will say. So it is an 18-minute short. And I've seen a lot of people. I just want to set like expectations. Like I want to bring expectations back down to earth. It is about an 18-minute short. My goal was to essentially make as close to a singular anime episode as I possibly could. And that is about the limit of what I can do by myself, funding it by myself. Because I wanted to do something that I could handle as my first project. And a short film just seemed like the way to go. I didn't want any... The main reason why I didn't want any outside funding is because I just wanted complete creative control, right? Something like this in the Japanese animation industry hasn't been attempted before, to my understanding at least, where mostly it's just singularly funded by like a single individual. It is a passion project through and through, and I don't expect to make my money back from it. I have basically come into this with the assumption that if I spend all this money for this one particular project, then everything would have been fucking worth it. Because I got to do something this fucking cool. And a lot of people have been asking me, oh, why isn't this a full movie? Why isn't this a full TV series? And I'm not going to come out right and say that it's only going to be 18 minutes and I have no plans to expand this further, expand this brand further. But my kind of philosophy is that I don't want to take on more than I can handle. 18 minutes, even though it's an anime episode, has taken such a huge fucking part of my life. And I just wanted to get something made to prove not only to you guys, but the world that it can be made. And I think that ultimately it's just infinitely harder when you have outside people wanting different things. For example, if I took outside funding for this, ain't no fucking way people would be happy to release this for free on YouTube, which is my intention. I want to release this for free for my YouTube channel. Not only that, I want to wait for confirmation for this, but I own the rights to this. I own the rights to this. So it's my intention that I want to enable anyone, any streamer, any content creator to make any kind of content around this short. I want people to watch this on stream. You can upload your stream reactions. You can even make money from your stream reactions from it. And my intention is not to copyright claim anyone. My intention is that I just want to share this passion project with as many people as possible. And the only thing, and once I get full confirmation from that, I will officially say that the only person I'm waiting for is Kevin Penkin does, even though I own the rights to the IP of this and the animation to this, Kevin does own the composition. So if I can convince Kevin to allow his work to get used for free, which is a big ask. It is a big fucking ask, right? It's a big fucking ask. But if I can convince him, which we'll have that talk within the next month or so, if I can convince him, then my intention is to release this out and people can do whatever they want with it. They can make money off it. They can react, upload their reaction from it. And I just want to share my dream, my passion project. That's pretty much it. But it is, it is for on Kevin's side of things. hopefully we get to release, he's done some amazing fucking job with the music for this, and I hope that I can give you guys a way to support him in another way. Like, I do want to do like a vinyl release of the soundtrack of this, because he has done some incredible work. But like I said, it is an 18-minute short, because I think that just a full series or even a movie might spell a recipe for disaster if, you know, you have other companies who have their own priorities about how do we market this, how do we make money from this, and all I really want to do is just make something cool, and that's it. I'm not thinking about making money. I just want to make something cool and make something for me, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't have total creative control, right? And the reason it's 18 minutes is because I am not Mr. Beast. I am one of the top anime YouTubers, but anime YouTube has its ceiling, and this is 100% my fucking limit to what I can fund by myself. You know, this is it. I literally had to double the budget from the original budget I wanted to spend on this, and I can't say the number. I can't say the final number and the final budget of what this anime is, but if you do a quick Google search, you will see that animation is very expensive, and all I can say that it is hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that is hundreds with an S. So that's pretty much all I can say about that. So it is a very, very expensive project. But I've had two dreams in my life, right? I've had two fucking dreams in my life. Number one was to get to a point in my life where I can support my family and support myself. And I luckily was able to achieve that dream earlier on, and got to a point where I could make sure that my mum and dad are stable and have a good life. And then after that, my goal was always just a shot in the dark dream to make my own anime, in whatever form I could do. And I don't know if, and I think I must be a crazy person, because pretty much everyone along the way told me that I was a crazy person to not take any more outside funding, to not publicly announce this and try to crowdfund this, or really, you know, provide any opportunity for you guys to help crowdfund this and have some kind of safety nets. I don't know. I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, I always had this mindset that if I could be stable, then I 100% would be comfortable spending whatever leftover money I had outside of that to fuel passion projects and fuel dream projects. And that's kind of just what I did. That's kind of just what I did. I put all my profits.
Will there be Wincest since it's a Garnt story? Was Black Clover Season 2 not announced in Anime Expo?
I am not going to spoil my story, but it kind of just, I've always just had it in me where, you know, I need enough money just to be comfortable, to live my life, and that's pretty much it. And everything else is always a means to an end.
All of that Gachia sponsor money and donations made this possible.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, chat. Here's to that ROI.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Basically, every single sponsorship I've had over the past 2 years has been outside of paying my team and paying my staff members, has been funneled into this one project. I have funneled everything into this one project, and what it's amounted to is 18 minutes. So that, I hope that with just 18 minutes that I can make something half decent, I guess. But yeah, I just wanted to set the expectations there. Meanwhile, Genshin anime is still in it's still in limbo. Yeah, pretty much, man. And if you didn't know, it is kind of like an isekai. You know, I kind of use that as clickbait because I kind of wanted to make I kind of wanted this project to be greenlit because a lot of the discussion I've seen is that there is this assumption that all you really need to do a project like this is you just need money. And there are a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people who have money. And what I will say is that it is not just that barrier that you have to climb. Obviously, money is hugely important, and without all the sponsorships I've grinded myself to get over the past 2 years, this definitely would not have been made. But the biggest thing is actually having a project that the animation studio want to adapt. So I actually pitched this to, if you watch the Trash Taste podcast, I pitched this to different studios and different companies. And one of the big reason it was able to get picked up by Studio Daisy was because they wanted to adapt it. It was a piece of work that they were passionate enough to adapt, because I will say it is a huge fucking barrier, because if you know the anime industry, anime studios are not struggling to find work. There is a lot of anime being made. And my pitch, from what I understand, was, basically competing against other anime projects that they would have had to work on. And so not only do you need the funding and the money, you need a product and a story that the animation studio and the studios themselves want to take on. And to me, that was equally hard and equally challenging, because with money, I can grind for that. I can I can no-life it, find more sponsorships, whatever. With being passionate about, with making something that other people are as passionate as I am about, that's fucking, that had me shitting bricks, But thankfully, Studio Daisy were very, very passionate about adapting this project. And not only that, there's been a lot of confusion into, even though I'm the original creator, there is a script writer. So even after submitting my screenplay that they very, very much wanted to adapt, we worked with a screenplay writer to help us kind of make it work for an 18-minute short film, and also write it in a screenplay format that is industry standard for a Japanese anime production. And Megumi Hosaka is the screenplay writer for this, and she mainly works on stage plays, and it was basically a wonder to work with her and the entire team to adapt my original screenplay into something that you are going to see in the final product. Will there be an OP and ED song? There will not be, because this is a short film, and OP and ED songs require runtime, require budgets, require artists, require music. The music is being completely done by Kevin Penkin. And, maybe, who knows? Maybe in the future we'll get to do another project like this. But the biggest thing for me is that I'm just excited to have my life back. So in case you haven't seen the trailer, let's have a look at the trailer quickly. I can talk about this for quite a while, but let's have a look at the trailer quickly. I'll skip this part, in case people haven't seen it.
I hear the whisper, I hear the song, guiding my way as I wander. Voice on sound sings,
Oh, Kevin, man.
calling me forward where I belong.
行ってきます。
お願いします。
Calling forward to guide me home. Life holds stories in moonlight and rain, each a reminder that love remains. Now I'm home.
バーン、大人の教会。
Oh, Kevin. Kevin. So, funny story. You know, I talked about the creative freedom I have because I self-funded this. If I didn't self-fund this, I wouldn't have been able to get Kevin. Absolutely not. Because they originally Studio Daisy quoted me a budget, and they said they had ideas of a composer for that budget. Kevin, being a very, very established person in the industry, has a certain, without taking the piss for fucking someone of Kevin's stature, has a certain price point, and he was very, very happy to, even though Kevin, true fucking mate, definitely gave me a fucking mate's rate for doing the work on this. Even that, it was still like on the higher end for the composer fee that we were expecting, specifically for a short film. And without me going, no, I want Kevin, here's some extra money. I will take on some more sponsorships. Here's some extra money to get Kevin on board, but I fucking want Kevin to be on board. 100% I want Kevin to be on board. And worth it all. Worth it fucking all, man. I can't wait for you guys to hear the final soundtrack. Yeah, because Kevin has definitely incorporated his own style, but he has also incorporated a little bit of my own home culture as well. Because what happened is he obviously knew about the background of his project and what the influences are, because the influences are from the Southeast Asian region. And he basically asked for study material of, different sounds, different instruments, and I just basically gave him a massive fucking list. But the biggest thing I told to Kevin was, don't feel pressured to include these instruments, include these sounds just because they are from that region. What I didn't want to do was kind of make it cheesy, to kind of make it the sound cheesy, because it's just like, oh, Southeast Asia, therefore we're gonna add Southeast Asian sounds just for the fact. What my biggest direction to him was, only use any instruments or sounds that you think fits the vibe of this and fits your style. And one of the instruments that he chose was the Thai bamboo flutes, kui, which I posted I think I posted somewhere. I posted a little bit of a teaser. Not here, okay. Okay, I guess I have to go to my Twitter. Hold on a second, chat. I want to show you guys this. Sorry if I'm talking a little long. I'm just fucking proud of this. There we go. There we go. And this is a little preview of one of the tracks that Kevin made with the Thai flute. And I remember the first time I heard this track, I don't know if there's anyone Thai in chat, probably not, because it's very, very late right now in Thailand, but I had such a guttural reaction when I heard the early draft for this. Just hearing that flute, I definitely had that Ratatouille moment when I'm just like holy fucking shit. Because this instrument is one of my mum's favorite instruments, and I would always hear this when I went to Thailand. Oh man, you're gonna see it in the documentary, but there was this moment where I was sitting in the music recording room, and I just had to send it to my mum, and my mum immediately started phoning. It just immediately phoned me, and and the cameraman didn't understand a lick of Thai. But he understood every single thing my mum was saying, because it was just proud mum noises, man. Oh man, don't spoil the documentary though. Don't worry, the documentary is still underway. So that is everything that I wanted to announce regarding the short film. The trailer doesn't tell you too much, and I haven't said too much. That is by design. I've talked more about the production because I kind of want you guys to come into this as blind as possible, because that's what I love when I see short films. I saw a lot of people being like, I don't know what the thing is about. Well, the trailer, my approach with the trailer was to give you a kind of a vibe and just set up the groundwork, which is two people traveling to different worlds and trying to find a life there. That's pretty much it. That's the setup, and that's all I really want you guys to know, along with the Southeast Asian influences that I've had with this. And when I posted on Twitter, let's just say it got a lot of attention. It's got a lot of fucking attention, and I've had a few people ask me, yo, don't worry about the negativity, man. So sorry about the negativity. Don't worry about the negativity. And I'm just like, bro, I'm living on cloud 9 right now. I've seen some of the comments on Twitter. I would be lying if I hadn't seen some of the discussions and some of the comments on Twitter with some circles of the internet. And the biggest thing I will say is that, number one, I've seen some people being like, yo, I can't wait for this to flop, man. And I'm just like, damn. There is, in my mind, absolutely no way that this can flop, because my intentions with this is not to get views, is not to make money. It's just to get this fucking made. and just to share it with the world. And as long as I can share it with you guys, to me, that's already a fucking success. I think one of the big things is that I actually take the negativity as a huge compliment, because a lot of the discussion I've seen hasn't even been treating this as a wacky YouTuber project. The fact that people are coming into this not as a YouTuber project, but just as a fucking anime. It's just like you guys are just treating this as a fucking anime, and that is something, positive or negative, is something that I cannot put into fucking words. Because let me tell you this right now, there is no critique of this that you can make that I, objectively looking at my own piece of work, haven't already critiqued myself. You know, I do this for a job. I know how people can view this from a third person perspective. But I'm just fucking happy that I got to make this. I'm fucking proud that I got to see this through to the end. And the fact that you guys are looking at this as just a normal anime production, just a normal anime project, that was the biggest thing that I was worried about. And that's why I'm so fucking amazed and happy with the work that Studio Daisy has put into this. Because looking at this from a third person, I knew sometimes I know when YouTubers release something and it just seems like YouTuber slop, you know, or just some kind of cash grab. And I think the biggest thing that has really warmed my heart is that people can tell that this is something that is a passion project, and whether you judge it harshly or whether you judge it lightly because you've been following me and you've been following my career, the fact that you are judging it under the terms of just a normal show and a normal anime means a lot to me, because I worked fucking tirelessly just to get over that barrier of presenting something to the world that could exist, that you guys could see existing, and you guys could see yourselves watching, whether a YouTuber made it or not. And yeah, I'm not sad at all. There's not been a single comment that has made me feel sad, whether it's been positive or negative. So yeah, like I said, it is going to be premiering on the 24th of August in Japanese cinema. We are going to be renting out Ikebukuro Sunshine Cinema. August 24th. If anyone is in Japan, we will be releasing the tickets for that very, very soon. I want the YouTube uploads. Let's see. I intended to have it a week, but at most 2 weeks after the cinema premiere. It is going to be an 18-minute short film, but I also do want to show some of my documentary, which I am also working on. And my kind of goal with this documentary is just to show you guys how much work goes into... A lot of people are going to watch this. They're going to see 18 minutes. They're going to watch it, think it's cool, whatever you guys think of it, and then be like, it's just an 18-minute short film. I know. I'm a consumer of anime as well, you know. My goal with the documentary is to show you guys that even just for an 18-minute short film, how much fucking work goes into this, and how many people are working together to essentially create my vision, because it is a lot of fucking work. I have not had a day off, even a weekend or a day off for 3 months. And Sydney can attest to this.
Yeah.
I've not seen my friends outside of work. Barely had time to hang out with my own wife.
Yeah.
I am happy to have my life back. Because that is how much work it takes just for something like this. And 100% the documentary is going to be so much longer than the final product that we're making in it. That is something that is going to be a feature-length documentary. And I'm also releasing that for free on my YouTube channel. You guys get everything. Everything is coming out. Everything is coming out on my YouTube channel for free. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Like I said, no business plan. No business plan. I actually had a producer tell me, yo, actually, you need to stop. You need to stop telling us that we can ask you for more budget, more money if we need something. Because I'm telling you right now, some people in the industry can actually take advantage of that. And thankfully, we very much like you, and we're not going to do that. But you need to be more careful with that in the future. I promise you, if you end up making more stuff like this. And if this ends up being a success, I don't know how popular it's going to get. Like I said, not my goal. I do want to make more. I don't know what it's going to be, but we've put a lot of work into crafting this world that you're going to see in BÂAN, and you're going to see a tiny fucking slice of that. So if this leads to more opportunities and more projects, then I'm ready to take them on. I am ready to do more. But at the same time, if this is my only shot and this is as far as I go, then I'm fucking happy with that too. And I'm proud that I even got this opportunity once.
Having anime fans hate on and argue over your project, unironically, is a you made it moment. Already got your hate watchers and toxic fanbase just like every other anime.
Bro, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel as well. I'm just happy people are talking about it. So that's pretty much it. Anything else that I hope filled in the gaps of everything that I haven't talked about already on Trash Taste? I don't know if there's anything else that I wanted to mention. Pray that this is the pipeline for you to get a full season of anime in the future. I mean, you know, going past this.
Will there be a BÂAN anime in minutes? If so, will Sydney voice every character?
Yo, would that not be like the final goal? I'd make my own anime and I'd be like, okay, actually, I now have the rights to legally make a parody of my own anime. Sydney?
Yeah?
Can you do something that I will love you forever for? Can you get me some water? My mouth is a little bit dry, honey. My mouth is a little bit dry. But yeah, there's I guess one final thing on top of that I saw a comment mention, which is I saw some people have been, you know, inspired by this project, and that touches me deeply, because I'm sure some of you guys, maybe people sitting at home, may have this dream to do a project like this. And what I would say to that is that this project is essentially the culmination of my 18 coming up to 19 years on YouTube. Thank you very much for the 5 gift subs, man. There are so many little things that have happened along my career path that have led me to this project. And one of the comments I saw on YouTube is that if you trace back every collaboration, every time I, collaborated or did something or tried to get my name out there in the industry, you can trace a lot of the names and a lot of the companies that have helped me bring this project to fruition back to all those little things that all those little collaborations, all those little networking things that I've done along the way. And I never came into them in my 5-6 years of living in Japan with the intention of being like, hey, I'm making this connection just to make something like this. Sometimes you just got to put yourself out there. Sometimes you just got to be someone who's easy to work with. A lot of the negativity I see about people who about the negativity I see on like online and everything like that, my experience with that is that actions will always speak louder than words. And you never know the kind of connections or the kind of people you might end up working 10 years in the future, 5 years in the future. And what I would say is try to make yourself as easy to work with as possible. Make friends. You have no enemies. And sometimes you don't know when opportunity might come. The important thing is when an opportunity does come, that you take that opportunity the best you can, even if you end up failing. As a creative, I would say the biggest advice I can give is that just finish the project. Finish it. Doesn't matter if it's perfect. I even think that about this. This is obviously a very, very expensive project that I've spent a lot of time, a lot of money into. Could have ended up failing. Could have ended up looking way worse than what it did look like. But I just wanted to complete a project and put it out there. If at least this leads to more opportunities, then so be it. If it doesn't, then also so be it. But with everything that I make, my first goal first and foremost is to actually finish this thing that I'm working on. And honestly, that's the best advice I can give, man. I know too many people with half-finished projects. Or they give up because they just lose the motivation. And if you are motivated to do a project for yourself and only for yourself, it makes it infinitely harder to finish projects. Thank you very much for the 5 gift subs, man. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for BÂAN. As I said, Geeks Plus are also launching a creator-led anime initiative as well. In case you missed that, they have very, very much supported new anime projects from Dylan Gu, which, if you've seen a new Trash Taste episode, he is working on some fantastic stuff. And he's just announced his new original IP with Soulmart. And Oda-chan from Otaku Versus, who is an OG of the industry, of the anime YouTube industry. I remember Otaku Versus before he made any of these Oda-chan stuff. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. All the news from Anime Expo. I've been talking a while. Look out for BÂAN. Coming out August 24th. If you want to hear more information about it, go watch the Trash Taste episode. I've talked way more about the production in that. This was more of just a debrief of that episode. And look out for it from my YouTube channel. And if you're in Japan, hope to see you at the premiere. And you don't need to financially support it or anything. The biggest thing I can ask is just give it a watch, and that is more than what I can. That is more than I can ask for. Do a premiere of it online. When is the premiere? The premiere is going to be on the 24th of August, and I will be there. I will be there, guys. I will be there along with a lot of my mates. Will it be available on Crunchyroll? No, as I said, it's going to be available on my YouTube channel for free. It's coming up on the Giguk YouTube channel for free, along with the documentary of the entire thing. Will it be all out at once or weekly? It is a 18-minute short film, so it is going to be all out at once. Need a Twitch watch along? Yeah, that. Oh, thank you very much, hon. What about the OST availability? I believe the OST. I have to double check with Kevin, but I believe the OST will be out a week after, or maybe a few days after the anime has released, and it will be out on his YouTube channel along with, I think, his Spotify. So the OST will also be out for that as well. Who is responsible for doing the animation? Studio Daisy. The character design is by goes by Han Yu-san, and he has done a lot of work. I found it funny when I heard this. The guy doing the character design and is Han Yu-san, who has done a lot of work for Symphogear. So I am definitely going to have to watch Symphogear now. Oh man, I'm like, shit. Well, a lot of people, I just have to watch it for like a lot. Now that I've worked with a lot of people in the industry, now I'm like, shit, now I just gotta watch. I've come from being a fan to now I just gotta support all of the people that are working on this anime and all of the work that they've done. So I'm like, shit, damn, time to watch Symphogear, man. Oh, extra homework. This is just me supporting everyone who helped support me along the way as well. Symphogear fans, he'll finally be one of us. Okay. What time is it? Did you tell chat about the director? He's been a part of some incredible stuff. Oh man. Yoshimitsu Yohashi is the director of this anime. I mean, I believe I talked about it on Trash Taste, but Ohashi-san is someone who is an absolute veteran of this industry. Did some storyboards for Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. He did the storyboards for BÂAN as well. So we worked together. He, in terms of like actual directing, he directed the new Code Geass spin-off that aired last year. But he's been around in the industry forever. He has such a wealth of knowledge for so much. I mean, he did some key animation for Millennium Actress, for God's sakes. I can't tell you every story he's told me about some of the behind-the-scenes stuffs of like every anime that he's worked on, but he is an absolute veteran of the industry that has worked on some absolutely massive projects as well. So yeah, look out for that. He also worked on Nadia as well. BÂAN is listed. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh no, I have to like just search it up on. It's listed on my anime list. Let's fucking go, guys. Let's go. We did it. It actually passed the the my anime list category for anime. We did it, guys. We actually made it an anime. Confirmed real anime. God, man. But is it on anime list? Anime list? Yes. It's on everything, guys. It's on it all, guys. It's an anime. It's an anime, guys. It's on pretty much every website. I believe it's on IMDb as well. Ooh, might be a bit harder. There we go. There we go. Oh damn, I already got screenshots and everything. Yeah, this is fucking surreal to see, man. Oh man, this is fucking surreal to see. But I can't wait for it to be out so I can talk a little bit more about some of the production stories that have happened during the making of this. But I'm like I said, I've said everything I want to say before you guys see it. I just want you guys to see it now, and then I'll be talking more about it once it's already out. Dojin's coming 2026. Brother, I'm not ready for that, man. Okay. But, guys, it is